Afterwards, Lamond put the personal battle with Hinault behind him and put the focus on the finish line in Paris.
I think that Bernard realizes maybe that he can't win it now, and I think that Bernard's the type. I mean, normally he'd really keep his word, but, you know, he's been under a lot of pressure, and I think now that I've got a clear advantage over him, I think he really will support me 100%.
Back here at our base of operations this Sunday evening, the French Alps, where we feed you our program via satellite. The riders have long since retired for the evening, Greg LeMond with his historic yellow jersey tucked away in his hotel room drawer. But the race is not over for Greg LeMond or the other riders, because upcoming this week, two of the most torturous stages so far, 2 more days through the French Alps. The week ends up with a glittering ride down the Champs-Élysées for the man who can win the 1986 Tour de France. Will Greg LeMond be able to hang on to his first yellow jersey? Will Bernard Hinault be able to take it away from him and win his historic 6th? We'll have it all for you next Sunday on CBS Sports Sunday. For now, I'm John Tesh. So long from the French Alps.
Greg LeMond protects his lead in a race against all odds. His wife, his family, caught up in a firestorm called the Tour de France. LeMond's teammate, once his friend, Bernard Hinault, is now the American's worst nightmare. The man who owns them both, with his hand firmly on the throttle of a team ready to explode. An angry young man from America has grabbed hold of a race that will not let him go. This is a race that has for 83 years brought the world's very best to meet the test of the Tour de France. Dressed in yellow for the first time in history, an American carries cycling's prized possession on his back. Greg LeMond has arrived and is beating the Europeans at their game. But riding in his way is a man who had pledged to help him win his first tour. 5-time winner Bernard Hinault has let it be known he is off in search of a record 6th victory. Since it all began July 4th, their journey has taken them all over France's most beautiful countryside. 2,525 miles for 24 days. .210 riders, the largest field in history, and always at the front, the 2 men who have shaped the race with their own private battle. Bernard Hinault and Greg LeMond have taken aim at one another in this high-speed war on bicycles. It's the Frenchman and the American who have turned this race to catch them into a tangled mess of bodies and bikes.